Welcome back, everybody, to Santa Fe Fashion's YouTube channel. We're getting ready to do our scene studies. Recently, I got an email from a gentleman out of California, and he's doing a casting for, his name's actually Rod. So anyway, he sent me an email about a casting call for designers for a upcoming TV show. And I missed his voicemail, so I thought we'd see if we could get him on the phone, and he can tell us a little bit more about it. So let's see.
Casting, this is Rod.
Hey, Rod. This is Steve Cuomo with Santa Fe Fashion Week. How you doing?
Hi, Steve. I'm doing great. Thanks for calling. How are you?
Sorry, I missed your call. Yeah, I just I'm reaching out to designers for my upcoming events, and I thought while I had him on the phone, maybe I could tell him a little bit about what you got going on. So can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Oh, wait. Do you have someone on the phone?
No. I'm making outgoing calls for some of my events. I'm talking to a lot of designers right now. And I got your email. I shared it on my social media, but I thought maybe we had a moment you could maybe tell me more about it.
Yeah, definitely. So, Steve, on Monday, I'm just trying to think if maybe Monday would be better for this call, just because on Monday we're going to be able to give out more information. So basically, we started the casting when I sent that email to you, and normally on TV shows, we're not allowed to say a lot of information until it has been officially sort of like released by, whatever network or streaming platform we're working on. But we were told today that on Monday, the streaming platform is going to release information on the show. So is it okay if I call you on Monday and then we can chat? Or because basically what I can tell you is that right now it's just that it's a fashion design competition show, similar to any sort of competition show where there are challenges and there is a winner at the end, and that we're looking for talented designers who basically want to make a name for themselves and who need an opportunity like this show on a big global platform to kind of make their dreams a reality. But it's for a big streaming platform. When you think streaming platform, it comes to mind very fast. It's all I can say. But that's pretty much all the information I have. I mean, we're filming in May and June, so interested designers would need to be available then if they are selected.
Do you know what? Do you know what city? Do you know what city they'll be filming in?
So I don't know the filming location. However, any designers that are selected to participate and compete, production pays for travel and hotel accommodations.
Fantastic. Well, it sounds very exciting. So let's do this because my schedule's a little crazy Monday, so I'll give you a call, see if I can get you on the phone. Do you think are you in California?
I'm based out of LA, yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll call you sometime in the afternoon, and maybe we could chat more about it.
Perfect, yeah. I wish I could tell you all the information that I know, because it's I'm excited to even be a part of this, because it's a great show. We're just waiting for Monday for us to be able to kind of give out information.
Fantastic.
So just Steve, I really appreciate you reaching out to me, and thank you so much for passing the word along. I truly appreciate it. And then, but yeah, just on Monday, whenever you have time from your busy schedule, give me a call, and then by then I should have more information. And I think you and all the designers are gonna find it exciting.
Sounds great. Well, I look forward to talking with you, and I'll talk to you on Monday.
Awesome. Thanks, Steve. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye now.
Okay, bye.
So cool. So we'll have some more information on Monday, and then I'm going to take you in for our scene studies here shortly. I'm just waiting for everybody to show up. So, well, anyway, exciting news, and that's one of the neat things about being a producer of Santa Fe Fashion Week is you have casting agents. I've had casting agents from Project Runway reach out to me when they're looking for designers, and now this new TV show, I'm sure they reach out to several fashion weeks. I'm not the only one, obviously, but anyway, as I get more information about it, I want to share it with you. And if you know any fashion designers that might be interested, they can email me at info@Santa Fe Fashion Week, and then I'd be happy to forward this information on to you. So we'll see you at Scene Studies. Thank you so much. So we're getting ready here for our scene studies while we're waiting for everybody. I thought we would talk about an article that was in today's Albuquerque Journal, and my good friend Adrian Gomez, he actually writes a lot about Santa Fe Fashion Week, and he's a local reporter. And so New Mexico is really known for blowing up for the film industry. And funny, I'm using the word blowing up because there's a movie coming up called Oppenheimer about the creator of the atom bomb, which was here in Los Alamos, New Mexico. And so it's going to be Matt Damon's going to star in it, and Robert Downey Jr. So some really big hitters. And that's part of the reason we're doing these scene studies to kind of create some other acting chops between me and some of my actor friends. And last night during Film and Fashion Industry Nights, they were talking quite a bit about this movie coming up. A lot of people that come to Film and Fashion Industry Nights are actually extras or background actors. And so they're going to be casting for this for background actors here shortly. So anyhow, we'll as soon as we get our students here or our fellow actors and actresses, we'll continue taping. Cool. So we have Austin here, who's a regular at Film and Fashion Industry Nights as well as Scene Studies. You may have seen him here at our class on our YouTube channel. And so recently you attended the fashion show by Locker 505, which was a fundraiser fashion show. And my agent happened to be there, Deidre. And do you have some exciting news?
Yeah, I do. I have an audition coming up this upcoming week. You know, I'm really nervous, but I think I'm going to knock it out of the park, hopefully.
Cool. So you and Deidre connected and exchanged information?
Yes, it was so much fun.
Fantastic.
I met her, and she was a wonderful person. Mm-hmm. You know, great opportunity to meet her. It was great getting to know more people.
Mm-hmm. So very cool. And I know I harp on this quite a bit. You know, my background as a stockbroker most of my career and an insurance agent, and the importance of networking. I mean, I think realtors and mortgage people, you know, salespeople get it that you need to get out there and press a lot of flesh, if you will. And hosting Film and Fashion Industry Nights, you never know who you're going to meet. You're going out to fashion supporting these events. And, you know, New Mexico and Albuquerque is a small enough town that you're bound to meet people. But if you never leave your home, that's really never going to happen. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to get off my, what is that? My pulpit, my soapbox, I guess. And, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll get started in our scene studies here shortly.
Any experience yet?
So, what's on the menu tonight, Dave?
I brought two scenes from the movie Chinatown. You seen the movie Chinatown?
I don't think I have.
I've seen parts of it.
It is a classic. I recommend that everyone view this because it is, I don't know if it won Academy Awards, but it certainly was a incredible motion picture.
Who was in it again? It was
Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway were the two main stars. John Huston was in it, a few other folks. It was written by Robert Towne, and in my opinion, Robert Towne is one of the finest screenwriters ever. He also wrote Shampoo, and it's one of the movies that escapes me, but Chinatown, it's a classic 1940s era detective movie. Jack Nicholson plays Jake Gittes, who's a private investigator. Faye Dunaway plays Evelyn Mulray, whose husband is murdered. And John Huston plays, in the other scene, the character, her father. And so these two scenes that I have are kind of critical scenes. The one with, one scene is male-female, the other scene is male-male. Because we usually have that kind of mix here, so I have a scene for each combination. So
I think we're gonna throw. I think Mandy's probably got the most acting experience. I'm guessing.
Oh.
Possibly. I'm gonna throw you in a hot seat right away. So and you're new to the group too.
Yeah.
So we'll mix up a little bit. So we give everybody a chance and stuff like that. So, and cool. So we'll put Mandy up there, and we're gonna put Austin up there. There you go, Austin.
That's
so
it.
cool.
Right.
And yeah.
So a little background. This scene is from near the end of the movie. It's a pivotal scene.
So Mandy, if you want to just go up there, that's cool with you. Please.
I only have 3 copies.
Oh.
So this is Jake. He comes to Evelyn's house. Evelyn's she's getting ready to leave because she's running away for some bad stuff. And Jake thinks that Evelyn killed her father. And not her father, killed Mulray, which was his father's partner. So he thinks that she killed him. In this scene, so he comes there and he's going to accuse her of that. And she finally tells him the truth, because the whole movie she's kind of been giving him half truths and not everything. And he's stumbling on, everything that's going on. And this is the scene where the real truth comes out and the real predicament that she's in comes to the surface. So we just want to read through it first so we get, an idea of what's happening.
Okay.
So,
Giddy's first. That's
Giddy's
me,
first,
right?
yes.
okay. I found these in your backyard, in your fish pond. They belonged to your husband, didn't they?
I don't know. I mean, yes, probably.
Yes, positively. That's where he drowned.
What are you saying?
There's no time for you to be shocked by the truth, Mrs. Mullery. The coroner's report proves he was killed in salt water. Just take my word for it. Now I want to know how it happened and why. I want to know before Escobar gets here because I want to hang on onto my license.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the most insane. This is the craziest thing I have ever.
Stop it. I'll make it easy. You were jealous. You fought. He fell. He hit his head. It was an accident. But his girl is a witness. You had to pay her off. You don't have the stomach to harm her. But you got the money to shut her up. Yes or no?
No.
Who is she? And don't give me that crap about being your sister. You don't have a sister.
I'll tell you the truth.
That's good. Now, what's her name?
Catherine.
Catherine who? Catherine who?
She's my daughter.
I said the truth.
She's my sister. She's my daughter. My sister. My daughter, my sister.
I said I want the truth.
She's my sister and my daughter! For God's sakes, Q! Keep her upstairs, go back! My father and I understand. Or is it too tough for you? He had a breakdown. The dam broke. My mother died. He became a little boy. I was 15. He'd ask me what to eat for breakfast, what clothes to wear. It happened, and then I ran away.
To Mexico.
Hollis came and took care of me after she was born. He said he took care of her, but I couldn't see her. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I just want to see her once in a while. I take care of her, that's all. But I don't want her to know. I don't want her to know.
Very nice.
That was crazy.
Oh,
Wow.
that was an intense.
That was
Yeah.
that was phenomenal. I've never
And Jake is, this is thinks she's being lied to, so he's slapping her around,
Yeah.
right? And then the awful truth comes out.
Yeah.
This girl, Catherine, who he thinks witnessed the murder, he thinks that he witnessed Evelyn killing her husband, is actually her daughter through incest with her father.
Yeah.
Right? Heavy scene. I mean, this thing is like, he slaps it out of her, and then suddenly it dawns on him. Because at this point, he's already called, Escobar's the LA Police Department detective. So he's already called the police to come to and arrest Evelyn. And then suddenly he realizes that he's got it all wrong, right? And that she didn't kill her husband, but he's got the police coming. So, it's a great scene because, it flips so much. He's there, he's so sure that she's the murderer, right? Then this awful secret comes out, and then it's like, oh my God, boy, did I blow this big time now, right? And so, it's a great scene, especially for whoever plays out, Evelyn, because she has to. You did a great job. I mean, This comes out, right? And it's like the shame, and the only reason she's telling is because he's slapping her around, and she wants to get out of there, and she figures probably the only way to get out is to tell him the real truth, regardless of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And earlier on, he and Evelyn sleep together, so they've got this romantic thing going on too, right? And then this happens, and poor Jake is like, man, his world is just completely like, wow, what in the world's going on now? So this is an incredibly pivotal scene. This is where like all the secrets come out, and
I didn't expect that. That was very impressive. I was really shocked.
I knew she was gonna be heavy.
No.
so Jake likes to be, like the
You didn't raise
tough
the whole
guy.
level of our scene study. She's going okay.
Yeah, that.
Nice job.
So,
Well, thank you.
and Jake is likes to come off as this tough guy, private investigator, right? And he thinks he knows everything, and so that's where the scene is, and that's why he's really tough with Evelyn, and he's tough with her because they slept together, and he thinks he lied. He thinks that she played him, right? That she's actually the murderer, and now he's angry because she misled him. He thinks, right? And so that's where you come from in this one. Put yourself in that place where you feel betrayed, and you want the truth out of her, regardless.
Correct.
And then when you do get the truth, it's like, oh, right.
Okay.
And Evelyn is clearly, she doesn't want to tell this, but at this point, it's all she can do is
Right.
pretty much spill the beans, basically. So yeah.
So you want to do it again?
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
do it again.
You ready to get emotional on us again?
Sure.
That's good. Sweet. So,
I found these in your backyard, in your fish pond. They belong to your husband, didn't they? Didn't they?
I don't know. I mean, yes, probably.
Yes, positively. That's where he was drowned.
What are you saying?
There's no time for you to be shocked by the truth, Mrs. Walfari. The coroner's report proves he was killed in salt water. Just take my word for it. Now, I want to know how it happened and why. I want to know before Escobar gets here, because I want to hang on to my license.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the most insane. This is the craziest thing that I've ever.
Stop it. I'll make it easy. You were jealous. You fought. He fell. He hit his head. It was an accident. But his girl was a witness. You had to pay her off. You don't have the stomach to harm her, but you have the money to shut her up. Yes or no?
No.
Who is she? And don't give me that crap about being your sister. You don't have a sister.
I'll tell you the truth.
That's good. What's her name?
Catherine.
Catherine. Catherine who?
She's my daughter.
I said the truth.
She's my sister. She's my daughter. She's my sister. My daughter, my sister.
I said the truth.
She's my sister and my daughter. For God's sakes, Kyo, keep her upstairs. Go back. My father and I understand. Or is it too tough for you? He had a breakdown. The dam broke. My mother died. He became a little boy. I was 15. He'd ask me what to eat for breakfast, what clothes to wear. It happened, and then I ran away.
To Mexico.
Hollis came and took care of me after she was born. He said he took care of her, and I couldn't see her. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I just wanted to see her once in a while and take care of her. That's all, but I don't want her to know. I don't want her to know.
that line where he says to Mexico, that's where he's starting to put it all together. So when Gittes says that line to Mexico, he's putting the pieces together.
Okay.
Right. So when you say to Mexico, it's not only just a statement, but it's a revelation on his part that now he understands what's going on.
Okay.
So
Cool. So let's do this.
Try.
Well, let's do this. I just want to do it one more time, but I want you two to kind of try to look at each other a little bit because you need to feed off of her energy, and because right now you're kind of like looking away from her.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I think if you're
It's
like,
a lot.
if you're in
It's
it,
a lot of pressure. I mean, she's doing phenomenal. She's doing phenomenal.
I think if you guys,
You know, I was like, okay, we're doing a cold read, and she pulled out a wild card. I was like, oh wow,
We're doing a cold
okay,
read. Come on.
Yeah.
get me in there.
So you're welcome. You know, because I think you've had more experience than most of us here. If you want to add anything, we're open. There's nobody in charge.
Oh,
So if you have any thoughts that you can give us feedback, we're open for that too.
I really love the direction that we've gotten to kind of tell us the story on what's going on with the scene. I don't have any real directions. Cold reads are really difficult for
So you moved here from where? I'm sorry.
From Portland.
Portland. So did you guys do scene studies there, or what was the movie industry like out there in Portland?
Dry.
Nothing like out here, huh?
Not a lot going on. I really just did indie films. I made a lot of movies with my friends, kind of things.
That's fun. That's cool. So it's the movie industry what brought you and your man here?
Yeah, my friend, partner, person.
Yeah.
We,
Because he's in the industry also, right? He's like
He
the
is.
480, because we met at the
yeah,
film, at
he's
the
in
film fashion.
Yahtzee. He does construction.
Nice.
I was actually in LA for a year before the pandemic hit.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was in LA, I had a really difficult time getting representation. And ultimately, I kind of concluded that I thought it was because I didn't have my union card. So I came to Albuquerque to try to get my SAG card here and try and work in a smaller market.
Yeah, I think you have a lot, especially like Netflix here, and I think there's a lot more opportunities, and most of us aren't quite SAG yet, and then when you before the pandemic, I'd go to a call and there'd be like 8 or 9 of us, so nothing like California and stuff like that. So I think you have a great opportunity. And like I said off camera, Austin met my agent at the 505 Locker fashion show, and now I'll put you in touch with her as well. So
That would be
because now I can say, oh, she really does have skills. I mean, I saw your dancing skills at the, at the karaoke. I was like, okay, she's theatrical, but now I can see you got some skills. So, so with that said, you two, and again, if you have anything you want to add, we're open to feedback.
Thing to add, or not really add, just bring yourself
Okay.
to the lines.
Yeah. See, that's where I wanted. Like, I love how
Yeah.
I would
Find
need as
this
much as
character inside of yourself and play you playing
Okay.
this character
Right.
is what I would do. That's what I'm doing right now.
Well, you're doing a great job. I'm like really shocked. I wasn't expecting.
That's what real actresses like.
Yeah.
Well, not to up to you guys, but I use it as an example. I went to a class, and this one gentleman, he was from up north, and he could read really well. Like, it's almost like, like you're reading a children's book, and he's really like over the top and very theatrical. I was like, wow, this guy really can read, And then I read way too fast. I sound robotic, and that's a lot of times when we're reading a script. And then David's been nice enough to, when I do my auditions, and he directs me. He's like, slow down. And yeah, it's very easy to sound mechanical when you don't feel confident.
Right.
You're just reading and you're not being yourself.
Right.
Because we don't want you being somebody else playing that character. They're hiring you because you're bringing your personality to the scene. So.
They want your version of the character.
Okay.
Exactly.
Just try being yourself reading the lines.
And it's just us.
Okay.
And a camera.
No pressure.
No pressure.
You think she lied to her? What would you do if someone you cared for, you found out?
When was the
really
last time you were
lied
lied to?
That was
Oh
a
my
murderer.
God.
Not only that, you're a private investigator. You fall in love with her, and then now you think that she's the murderer.
And she's portrayed me
You're
as
sleeping with the enemy.
So, like,
Sleeping with the enemy.
so you want to know what's going on, right?
Yeah, I do.
Cool. So let's take a breath. Right?
Wow. Okay.
You gotta respect his youth. We'll cut you a little slack. So,
Okay.
all right, Austin, you go ahead.
Found these in your backyard. In your fish pond. They belonged to your husband, didn't they? Did they?
I don't know. I mean, yes, probably.
Yes, positively. That's where he was drowned.
What are you saying?
There's no time to be shocked by the truth, Mrs. Collery. The coroner's report said he... Can we start over? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Please.
Oh, man, I was doing so well, and then I
Do you
struggled.
need to do like one of these?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So nervous.
Do yourself.
Okay.
No pressure, but you're only playing the role that Jack Nicholson plays.
Yeah.
I don't even, and the sad part is I don't know who that is.
You know the Jack Nicholson?
No, I
would
don't.
not admit that on camera.
Oh man,
Oh my god.
man, you're rising. There's more to cinema than
God.
action heroes.
Yeah.
22.
Oh my god.
He's a child. It's okay. It's okay.
Still, please. I can only cut him so much slack. But,
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm
You
ready.
did your little
Ready.
dance there? All right, cool. And go.
I found these in your backyard, in the fishing pond. They belonged to your husband, didn't they? Didn't they?
I don't know. I mean, yes, probably.
Yes, positively. That's where he was drowned.
What are you saying?
There's no time to be shocked by the truth, Mrs. Calloway. The coroner's report proves he was killed in salt water. Just take my word for it now. Now, I want to know how it happened and why. I want to know before Escobar gets here because I want to hang on to my license.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the most insane, it's the craziest thing I've ever...
Stop it. I'll make it easy. You were jealous. You fought. He fell. He hit his head. But his girl was a witness. You had to pay her off. You didn't have the stomach to harm her. But yet, you got the money to shut her up. Yes or no?
No.
Who is she? And don't give me that crap, it being your sister. You don't have a sister.
I'll tell you the truth.
That's good. Now, what's her name?
Catherine,
Catherine. Catherine who?
she's my daughter.
I said the truth.
She's my sister. She's my daughter. My sister. My daughter, my sister.
I said I want the truth.
She's my sister and my daughter. For God's sakes, don't keep her upstairs. Go back. My father and I understand. Or is it too tough for you? He had a breakdown. The dam broke. My mother died. He became a little boy. I was 15. He'd ask me what to eat for breakfast, what clothes to wear. It happened, and then I ran away.
Let's go.
Hollis came and took care of me after she was born. He said he took care of her. I couldn't see her. And I wanted to, but I couldn't. I just wanted to see her once in a while. And take care of her, that's all. But I don't want her to know. I don't want her to know.
Cool.
Mexican line was perfect. She delivered it just like I think it should have been delivered. And you never saw this movie before?
I haven't.
Wow.
Am I doing it close?
You're doing a really good job.
Good job. So you want to, we're going to leave you up there for a bit. Is that okay?
Oh,
You're gonna
okay.
You're going to get a lot of practice. So you want to go up there and, sure.
Here you go, sir.
No, he's,
Yeah, we'll let you read.
Are we going like full force here? You like?
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your experience as far. So you're retired military. You're currently in the military.
I'm retired. I was thinking about it the way down. I've been retired for like 15 years.
Oh, wow,
I was like
okay.
shocked to my system that I'm getting that old. But so as I'm getting ready to retire, I thought, New Mexico is a great film industry, and I just wanted to do something and, get on screen or get on film so my kids would always be able to see their dad.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh crap, this is really cool. I enjoy doing it. So, I'm looking, like you just said earlier, to get out and network and meet people. And I've taken classes, I've done background, I have a script reading, and I've done some modeling in Phoenix. So,
Fantastic. Well, welcome to our scene study. So it's your first time. So
yeah, thank you.
you have some worthy company here. So
I'll start off with Jack Nicholson.
Oh, these glasses. Earlier in the movie, he's at Evelyn's house, and there's a fish pond, and the gardener is cleaning it, and he sees Jack Nicholson, Jake Geddes sees something sparkling in the water, so he goes there and it's these glasses, so he picks them up and keeps them. He doesn't tell Escobar or anything about them, but they're her husband Hollis Mulray's glasses, and so that's in the pond. I think is salt water, because the gardener says the salt water is bad for the grass, and that's when he makes the connection. Hollis Mulray was killed in salt water, and this is salt water. So that's how he draws this conclusion, right? That she's the one who killed him, and so that's why he starts out with this. I found these in your backyard. So just a little bit more, facts from the movie, and you really need to watch this movie because it is an absolutely classic, all-time classic. The acting is incredible, cinematography is incredible, the script is just incredible. It's period piece set in 1940s LA, so all the clothes are great, the old cars and everything, but it's just such a well done movie. It's one of the classics. So if you get a chance to watch it, I highly recommend. You really need to see it, especially since now that you've seen these roles. Yeah. It'd be great to go back and see how Nicholson and what's her name Faye Dunaway plays the characters.
Cool. So you see the way we do it. So to just settle in and action.
I found these in the backyard, in your fish pond. They belonged to your husband, didn't they? Didn't they?
I don't know. I mean, yes, probably.
Yes, positively. That's where he was drowned.
What are you saying?
There's no time for you to be shocked by the truth, Miss Mulray. The coroner's report proves he was killed in salt water. Just take my word for it. Now I want to know how it happened and why. I want to know before Escobar gets here because I want to hang on to my license.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the most insane, the most crazy thing that I've ever...
Stop it! I'll make it easy. You were jealous, you fought, he fell, hit his head, it was an accident. But his girl is a witness, you had to pay her off. You don't have the stomach to harm her, but you've got the money to shut her up. Yes or no?
No.
Who is she? And don't give me that crap about it's being your sister. You don't have a sister.
I'll tell you the truth.
That's good. Now what's her name?
Catherine.
Catherine? Catherine who?
She's my daughter.
I said the truth.
She's my sister. She's my daughter. My sister. She's my daughter. My sister.
I said, I want the truth.
She's my daughter and my sister. For God's sakes, Kyo, keep her upstairs. Go back. My father and I understand. Or is it too tough for you? He had a breakdown. The dam broke. My mother died. He became a little boy. I was 15. He asked me what to eat for breakfast, what clothes to wear. It happened and then I ran away.
To Mexico.
Hollis came and took care of me after she was born. He said he could take care of her. And I couldn't see her. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I just wanted to see her once in a while and take care of her. That's all. But I don't want her to know. I don't want her to know.
Damn. That's good. Any thoughts?
I don't know the movie, but I would just think like after he's realized the truth, and maybe now he becomes more empathetic, versus being a hard ass up front. Is that?
Yeah, I think what happens is he realizes that he's got it wrong, and he's the kind of guy that he always thinks he's right, and he thinks he's figured this thing out, and he's worried about losing his private investigator's license. That's what that line is about, because he worked with Escobar before. I think he was on the police force at one point, and he and Escobar worked together, but now, and he thinks he's really hot stuff, right? And so when he goes to this scene and he finally figures out that he had us all wrong, and not only wrong, but he's put her life into jeopardy, right? So he doesn't have any lines to say it, but you'll see it in his facial expression, I think, that, oh my gosh, what have I done? Right? It's like, I've got this thing all wrong. And now we're all in big trouble. Not only she's in trouble, but he's in trouble because he called Escobar already. Escobar shows up and she's not there. What does that look for him, right? He's in big trouble. So this scene is just, incredible because so much is riding on it. And, when the truth comes out, Geddes realizes that he's fallible, right? He thought he was infallible, but he's fallible. And not only that, he thought that the woman he loved was a murderer and betrayed him and lying to them. Then he finds out that she wasn't, and he just accused her of that. So, what happens in a relationship, right? It's like you accuse somebody of something, and there's a big blow up, and then you find out that it was that what you accused him of wasn't true after all. And how do you pick up the pieces, right? So this scene, at the end of this scene, everything's in pieces. And they're left, now how do you put these pieces back together? And can you even put them back together? At some point you go too far, right? That now it becomes damage control. But that's the power of this scene, is that, both characters are going through some incredible changes. Evelyn's telling the awful truth of what she did and what happened to her. And Geddes goes from, I've been betrayed, I'm accusing her, some woman he loves, of being a murderer, and then finds out that he had it all wrong. But in the process, he slapped her around, got this truth out of her. I mean, it's messy. This scene is really messy, and it just ends up in shambles. And I think there's so much here for actors to play on, just to draw this out. It's an incredible scene. This is why I love Robert Towne. This is really good stuff.
Good stuff, Bill. So we'll have you do it one more time, and then I'll do it a couple times, and then we'll wrap it up. Does that sound good? So Cool. So,
Hopefully my performance doesn't deteriorate.
you doing okay? You doing okay?
Yeah.
It hasn't since.
Yeah,
Well,
no, it's
thank
good.
You're
Well, that's what acting is redundancy.
By the time I get to you, there'll be nothing left.
I also have a male scene if you want to switch to that scene.
Oh, it's my daughter, it's my sister.
Yeah,
it's
we'll
my
do one more.
daughter.
This way it'd be kind of cool to see how each person plays it,
Yeah,
and then
that's
we'll
okay.
and then we'll call it.
Cool.
So cool, and here we go.
I found these in your backyard, in your fish pond. They belong to your husband, didn't they? Didn't they?
I don't know. I mean, yes, probably.
Yes, positively. That's where he was drowned.
What are you saying?
There's no time for you to be shocked by the truth, Miss Mulray. The coroner's report proves he was killed in salt water. Just take my word for it. I want to know how it happened and why. I want to know before Escobar gets here because I want to hang on to my license.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the most insane, the craziest thing that I've ever...
Stop it. I'll make it easy. You were jealous. You fought. He fell, hit his head. It was an accident. But his girl is a witness. You had to pay her off. You don't have the stomach to harm her. But you've got the money to shut her up. Yes or no?
No.
Who is she? And don't give me that crap about being your sister. You don't have a sister.
I'll tell you the truth.
That's good. What's her name?
Catherine,
Catherine. Catherine who?
she's my daughter.
I said the truth.
She's my sister. My daughter. My sister. My daughter, my sister.
I said I want the truth.
She's my sister and my daughter! For God's sakes, Q, keep her upstairs! Go back! My father died. Understand. Or is it too tough for you? He had a breakdown. The dam broke. My mother died. Became a little boy. I was 15. He'd ask me what to eat for breakfast, what clothes to wear. It happened. Then I ran away.
To Mexico.
Hollis came and took care of me. After she was born, he said, he took care of her. I couldn't see her. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I just wanted to see her once in a while and take care of her. That's all. But I don't want her to know. I don't want her to know.
Sweet. All right, so you'll be the cameraman.
Okay.
Take this in here.
Yeah, I definitely need to watch this.
Oh, this is, yeah, you do.
Sweet. So, oh, it's hard to follow you guys. And this one here. Cool. I found these in your backyard, in your fish pond. Belong to your husband? Didn't they? Didn't they?
I don't know. I mean, yes, probably.
Oh, sorry. Yes, positively. That's where he was drowned.
What are you saying?
There's no time for you to be shocked by the truth, Miss Mulray. The coroner's report proves he was killed in salt water. Just take my word for it. I want to know how it happened and why. I want to know before Escobar gets here because I want to hang it in. I want to hang on to my license.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the most insane. This is the craziest thing that I've ever...
Stop it. I'll make it easy. You were jealous. You fought. He fell. He hit his head. It was an accident. But his girl is a witness. You've had to pay her off. You don't have the stomach to harm her, but you got the money to shut her up. Yes or no?
No.
Who is she? And don't you give me that crap about her being your sister. You don't have a sister.
I'll tell you the truth.
That's good. Now, what's her name?
Catherine.
Catherine. Catherine who?
She's my daughter.
I said the truth.
She's my sister. She's my daughter. My sister. My daughter, my sister.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I miss something here? He hits her. Oh, continuing. Oh.
Oh, yeah, you're slapping me around.
Okay. I said I want the truth.
She's my sister and my daughter! For God's sake, yo! Keep her upstairs! Go back! My father and I understand her isn't too tough for you. He had a breakdown. The dam broke. My mother died. He became a little boy. I was 15. He'd ask me what to eat for breakfast, what clothes to wear. It happened, and then I ran away.
To Mexico?
Hollis came and took care of me. After she was born, he said he took care of her. I couldn't see her. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I just want to see her once in a while and take care of her, that's all. But I don't want her to know. I don't want her to know.
I found these in the backyard, in your fish pond. They belong to your husband? Didn't they? Didn't they?
I don't know. I mean, yes, probably.
Yes, positively. That's where he was drowned.
What are you saying?
There's no time for you to be shocked by the. Oh wait, am I back to the top?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I think
did.
so.
I was like, whoa, geez.
I thought, okay,
Why did you tell me?
I was like,
Wait, I recognize that line.
I was like, that's a pretty quick turnaround, but okay, let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Take loop, you know.
that was phenomenal.
Pull back. I was like, wait, I recognize that line. I recognize that line.
Hey, could you check that lady?
Yeah.
Right after this before. It's kind of. Is it still good?
Yeah, so.
Okay.
And then I just turned that knob. So just make sure we're both fucked.
The reason why it doesn't do it to me is because I forget the red lights there.
Yeah, last week we were doing it, and I steal the other person's line because it just seemed like it should be my line. I'm like, that's a good line. Like, that's not your line.
We have to be a professional cinematographer because I'm like watching. If, oh shit!
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
doing something.
So cool. So let's just did we finish it? I'm not sure we finished it. We'll take it from
finished it, yes,
we did. Oh,
yes,
I
yes.
just kept flipping.
Yeah.
Cool. So my take on it, for what it's worth, is like it seems like to me that you get very emotional and stuff, but I'm still I want to know the facts. So maybe I'm not drawn into her emotions so much because it's still like unless I went into the wrong pound.
because
Oh wait, because I went back to the first page. I found these in the backyard. So no wonder it's like, let's take it from the top. Let's take it from the top. So
Did we just talk about
because
it?
you're not buying any of it
right.
until you start slapping her around,
Mhm.
and then you know when she starts to say daughter and sister, it's not jiving, right? It's
Right.
like what are you saying,
Right.
right? And then she goes and tells the story, and then you realize it. And when you say to Mexico, that's when it's all clicked for you,
Mhm.
and you realize what the truth finally is, and that you had it wrong.
That's what's good about acting because, like in relationships, you think you're listening, but you kind of check out. And I do that sometimes. I think I do little mini vacations, so it's good to have to like, I'm turning the page. I gotta listen. I gotta be
I'm also
actively listening. Yes.
I'm now looking at some of the action that's in here,
Yeah.
which I didn't seem to read before.
Yeah.
But yeah, Grit stares at her. He's been charged with anger, and then Evelyn says this When Evelyn says this, it explodes. He hits her full in the face.
Wow.
Yep.
She stares back at him. The blow has forced tears from her eyes, but she makes no move, not even to defend herself. And then he just keeps slapping her between
Yep.
each of her lines.
Yeah,
There's a
my
lot of
sister slapped.
physicality.
My daughter slapped.
Yeah.
My sister
Wow.
slapped.
You're lying to
Right.
me. My sister, you're lying to me. My daughter, you're lying to me.
Yes, it really escalates.
Each
And
slap
then
is
it's
you're
getting-
lying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And and that's the the full
And-
force of
And part of that is that he can't comprehend what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not hearing his version of the truth, and so he keeps slapping her, expecting to get his version of the truth, but his version of the truth is wrong,
Right.
right? And that's when he finally says to Mexico, it's fully dawned on him that his version of the truth was wrong, not real. So
he's also
but-
just beating up his girlfriend.
it's
Oh my god.
That's
it's an intense scene.
That is a very
When
intense.
you-
So I better notch it up a bit.
but it's interesting because
Yeah.
if they had someone other than Jack Nicholson playing the role, it may have come out differently.
Right.
But
He's
and
got-
having seen the movie, you kind of like how they play the characters.
Yeah.
But this is great because you haven't seen it, and you can put your own
Right, which is cool.
interpretation
Yeah,
into
so
it,
we're not
which
gonna-
is really really good. And so when you go back and actually watch it, then you can
Yeah.
see how you did versus how they interpreted
Right.
the character.
And you bring up an interesting point too, because oftentimes in the past we've actually read the action
Right.
a couple times at least, so
Okay,
we
yeah.
know. Because when you're reading back and forth, it's hard to pause for a
Yeah.
second, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of times Dave will take a moment and then go over that. So
I imagine Jack would play this with a level of stoic finesse underlying his rage.
is that how he played it? Would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was Jack Nicholson. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And Jack Nicholson, in every role he plays, there's a certain amount of
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson in it.
Right.
And this is no different. It just happens here that the Jack Nicholson that's in him that comes out here is perfect for the role.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
the casting was
Perfect.
just perfect for this movie as
I
well.
bet.
And,
Cool. So let's do it one more time. I'll try.
Okay.
I should what do they call it? Or weird do that thing.
Dog ear?
Dog. Sorry, no, I'm finished. I know I'm finished. All right, cool. So let's take from the top. All right. I found these in the backyard in your fish pond. They belong to your husband, didn't they? Didn't they?
I don't know. I mean, yes, probably.
Yes, positively. That's where he was drowned.
What are you saying?
There's no time for you to be shocked by the truth, Miss Milray. The coroner's report proves he was killed in the salt water. Just take my word for it. Now I want to know how it happened and why. I want to know before Escobar gets here because I want to hang on to my license.
I don't even know what you're talking about. This is insane. The craziest thing that I've ever.
Stop it. It will make it easy. You were jealous. You fought. He fell. He hit his head. It was an accident. But his girl is a witness. And you had to pay her off. You don't have something to harm her. But you got the money to shut her up. Yes or no?
No.
Who is she? And don't give me that crap about it being your sister. You don't have a sister.
I'll tell you the truth.
That's good. Now, what's her name?
Catherine,
Catherine who?
she's my daughter.
I said the truth.
She's my sister. She's my daughter. My sister. My daughter, my sister.
You're gonna get lost somewhere. Oh, that's why I like it. Hold those tears. I said I want the truth.
She's my sister and my daughter. For God's sakes, Kyo, keep her upstairs. Go back. My father and I understand. Or is it too tough for you? He had a breakdown. The dam broke. My mother died. He became a little boy.
I was 15. He'd ask me what to eat for breakfast, what clothes to wear. It happened, and I ran away.
To Mexico?
Hollis came back and took care of me after she was born. He said he took care of her. I couldn't see her. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I just want to see her once in a while and take care of her. That's all. But I don't want her to know. I don't want her to know.
And that's a wrap.